The following tutorial is brought to you by WholeLoops.com.
It's production time. I'm Reid Stefan, realest puppet in the game. The 3 ways I compress my synths. The example that I have is the demo song for Whole Loops Raw Hits 2, made entirely of drums and samples from the pack. And I've taken all the compression off the lead synth that you'll hear after the build-up, and we're going to go through and reconstruct it in 3 stages. So let's hear the example. So as you can hear, it's kind of low in volume. Doesn't sound big, it doesn't sound full, it doesn't sound in your face. And we're about to take it and put it in your face. And the first way we're going to do that is with some tone shaping. And the best compressor for that Ableton has for you is, of course, multi-band dynamics. This OTT preset is such a great shortcut. I know for sure that I don't want any low end in this sound because this is a lead. And there's already a big sub in there, so no need for any low end in the lead. I know for sure that I'm not going to want it to be full blast, and I usually have to turn this down. And let's give it a listen and see what we get now. Maybe bring up the mids a little bit. Let's bring out the highs a little bit too. When you push up on this center part, it kind of gives you a little bit more attack on your sound. And that's a little slower. I kind of like it slower. You really get to pick how much of the effect you want with the amount knob, and then you can compensate for it with the output. What I love about this multi-band dynamics is you're not really thinking about compression or how loud the tails are. You're really thinking about, what color do I want this sound to be? Do I want it to be a bright color or a dark color or somewhere in the middle?
Are you a music producer looking to create the next Spotify smash? Do you want DJs and record labels begging for your exclusives? Are you ready for the most comprehensive collection of organic samples? Introducing Raw Hits 2, the sequel to our best-selling product featuring over 500 more samples, one-shots, loops, and blazing hot ingredients for your music productions. Raw Hits 2 is available now only at WholeLoops.com.
The next thing that we're going to do is more related to dynamics, and my favorite tool for that is a free plugin, the Camel Crusher. This thing can be used for some extreme compression effects, but we're not going to use it so extreme today. We're actually going to turn off pretty much all these and just put this down a little bit. You can kind of bring out the tails across the board, whereas this kind of brings out the tails in just a certain band. Maybe when it goes down to that lower note, I want it to go up a little bit, just to help it not get lost in the mix. And that's really all I'm going to be doing in this step, is kind of just picking the final volume and how thick you really want the sound to be, because that's what this knob is fantastic for. And the third and final stage of compression is actually going to be reducing the volume. And I've talked about sidechain compression before, but here on the group of actually all these synth sounds, I've put one sidechain compressor to the snare, one sidechain compressor to the kick, and this really helps wrap all your sounds around your drums, because in a beat like this, your kick and your snare just gotta slap. So this really helps take everything out of the way to leave room for those kicks and snares to slap. Let's check it out one more time. It's cutting out a lot. It's actually cutting out 75, 76, 80% of the volume on these. Kind of got too quiet when I put it all the way up, and there's not enough back here, so But you'll definitely hear your synths get louder as you ease off the sidechain compression. It's kind of a trade-off. This is where you can kind of pick more synth or more drums. And obviously I like separating it between your kick and your snare, but that's really it. Those are the 3 types of compression that I put on any lead synth. Any combination of those, not necessarily in that order, but I definitely use those as my go-to tools for those type of compression usages. If there's anything else you'd like me to talk about in a video, leave it in a comment below. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed to my channel, especially those who have turned on notifications. There are new tutorials coming soon. Peace out.